Okay, so right now we are making the hot sauce. And so what's the process, Mo? You've got this.
So this is, I think, what we've come to see as being the easiest to manage. And because you can do it any variety of ways. You could put whole peppers into it. Well, you would probably actually take the stem and the seeds out and then put it in. You could do it whole. But I think you can fit more in if you loosely chop it. We have done it before where we pureed it, like in a food processor, and put it in there. But I don't know, it's not my favorite way. I mean, we do puree it afterwards. And when we do our kind of thought is salt to taste.
Yeah.
So that when you're tasting the brine, or like when you reach in there and like taste it, you want it to be salty enough where you're like, that's perfectly salted. Not that's too salty, not that I could use some more. So you just do it salted so that it's exactly as you would want to eat the finished product.
Okay.
Which is how we do it, but we kind of free form at the beginning and then we slow it down until we get through. That's how we've been doing it. It would be nice to actually weigh it out and know what the exact thing is, or the exact proportions are.
I like freestyle.
You like freestyle? It's kind of fun.
Okay, so we're going to grate these.
I think grating them sounds like a really,
We'll grate the carrots with a thick, kind of big grater, and we're going to seed and destem these. And we have garlic that's just been peeled and smashed.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do onions.
Onions, herbs are nice to add to it. I brought some basil. We have hot peppers that we're going to put in it, a variety of hot peppers. Chopping, we might be able to work our way out of this hole of peppers.
The mountain of peppers. So we have prepped all of the peppers. Mo grated all of the carrots. We have 1 onion chopped in our jars, and we're just going to cut these in chunks.
I think we can leave the hot peppers whole.
Okay.
Just to maybe, keep it a little...
Like a 4-finger pinch?
Yeah, just a little sprinkle. And again, we're going to come back in and do this to taste, but just massage it. And as soon as you massage it, you can see you're kind of trying to break the cell walls. This is classic fermenting procedure here. But you can already feel it's, like you said, this is exactly like making sauerkraut. Exactly the same thing. You can see the wetness being released, so you're kind of just mixing it up. And then just keep adding it and keep mushing it. So what happens once it starts fermenting, you'll see the bubbles. And that means it's fermenting. And so every day I agitate it either with a spoon or something, or if it's like a closed container, you can almost like shake the container. And we're going to fill it till it's about 2 inches from the top, because during the day when you're away at work, the bubbles it'll bring the level of the vegetables up to the top. So when you come back in the evening, you want to stir it, and it falls down again. And so you're gonna do that every day. So basically, when it stops bubbling is when it's done. And in my experience, when it stops bubbling is when the white
calm yeast
shows up. If it shows up and you're checking it every day, it's not a problem. You can just skim off the calm yeast and put it in the refrigerator.
Okay.
Typically what we do is we puree it. We use a hand blender, immersion blender, or you can do it in a food processor. And we puree it, and then we put on everything like eggs and rice dishes. But eggs in the morning is definitely our number one. We always have it on our eggs in the morning.
Yum. And do you keep it in the refrigerator after that?
Yeah. We sometimes like have it in a little container like a small portion of it in the in like our cupboard with our herbs and spices. And it's fine. It's usually fine. Like it could stay on the table, but it could get that calm yeast could come back again.
Mm-hmm.
So we typically try to leave it in the fridge. If we have enough room in the fridge, we live in a really small space.
Mm-hmm.
We have a small fridge. But if you have a typical size fridge, you can completely leave it in the fridge, and that would be the most stable place to leave it.
Now, in preserving hot pepper sauce that's been fermented, a lot of people add vinegar, and so that's also an option. Or you can add, for this size, I would probably add a cup of vinegar, and then it's going to be more like a Tabasco sauce where you actually have a pronounced vinegar flavor, but the vinegar will stop or arrest this fermentation and make it shelf stable. So you've got options.
Whatever it takes to beat the cell walls into releasing. Again, like the main thing that you need to do is just keep an eye on it each day.
And so you will take it and shake it up, like just
Yeah.
give it a good shake, and then do you press it back down or no?
Yes, I usually do.
Okay.
Yeah, so like you can take it each day and just, well, it's not
Get your workout.
but yeah, and then take it, and you're right, like, oh, you have your gloves on. So then you would want, see how it puffs up?
Yeah.
You're gonna want to smush it back down. And again, like it's gonna puff up with the bubbles every day.
Okay.
And even taking your muddler.
Okay. Or if you have a sauerkraut pounder, that would be perfect.
Yeah, or even if you don't have anything like specific, like even a wooden spoon, just to kind of tamp it back in.
Yeah. These are the first two, this one and this one are the first two that we have done. And the salt has drawn out all of the liquid. So they're actually, when you press them down, the liquid goes above the level of the vegetables. So these guys are late bloomers, but they'll do it.
Yeah, and by tomorrow morning, you'll notice even more
Okay.
has come up.
So this is a lot of hot sauce.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a lot.
A lot for both you and I.
Yes.
Which we love hot
so
sauce.
we need to share.
We want to share our hot sauce with you. So leave a comment as to why you are the deserving recipient of one fine bottle of Mo's pepper sauce.
Mo Peppa.
Mo Peppa,
Mo
grown by Mo.
Yeah. At
Character.
Casa Verde.
Casa Verde, CSA, and Farm.
Yes.
And we'll send, Mo will pick. You get to pick.
Okay. That sounds really
Because
fun.
I play favorites. So Mo doesn't know you. She'll get to pick.
So yeah, leave a comment and about your love of pepper sauce.
An ode to pepper.
Yeah, ode to pepper. And we'll send you a jar if you're the lucky one. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thanks for coming
Nice to
and sharing
see
your
you.
yummy food with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time.
Adios.
Bye-bye.